taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
Oh, shit. Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? And Jesus, shut up, the God, nigga, the GOAT artist.
Yes, sir.
AKA LB Lauderdale Boss. RingGameRadio.com in the building.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what it do? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Hey, King P, Bodega P, straight from the sewer. But he's above ground with us. Of course, watching WrestleMania in the background, just like everyone else, though, taking a break from all this crime fighting. But as usual, though, we salute you for your service. Keeping our city safe from all the miscreants and reprobates out there, especially them cats on the subways, especially them subway cats. We definitely salute you for that. And also I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's your boy Conscious Pod, aka the West Coast Avenger, the number one contender, preparing for liftoff. Destination, let's fly me.
Oh, this nigga! Oh, I heard a little slur in there. Do we have a little?
I'm good. I heard
the nigga pilot.
That nigga.
It was like this nigga said LMNOP and shit, nigga. Like this nigga said went all together like that. Nigga was on the this nigga pilot was elevating, son, like elevating to a new level. Shit,
God damn, it's like the show ain't even started yet.
Or he got jokes, yo. Pilot, that's a funny.
We're here, we're alive. Good.
And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
It's your boy Rome, nigga. You already know who the fuck it is, dog. Top 5 in the building. Stand up, man.
Yes, sir, man. Rome, aka Chicago Wind, because he leaves these niggas in the breeze, man. You know what I'm saying? And, it's good to have him on the show, man. Definitely. Last time you heard him, we was talking that football. Where another member of our group was noticeably absent. He was in the kitchen preparing the snacks for us. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who this nigga is. I mean, because the Ring Gang got so many people who don't watch football. I mean, you got Prolific, you got PJ, you got DZ, you got Clanarchy. You must be one of them.
This nigga tried you, nigga.
Yeah, this nigga's guilty.
Nah, he ain't trying me.
Look at that projection by this nigga, man. Look at
that's too many niggas. Like,
projecting ass nigga, man. You know who I'm talking about.
That's way too many people. Nah, I don't know who that could be. Like, nah.
Oh man, I couldn't resist, though. I couldn't resist, man.
I don't know. I mean, I gotta holler at them. Maybe they was doing something, Niggas making like Rice Krispie treats or some shit. I don't know. That wasn't me. I mean, I'm chilling. I'm on the block. I mean, like doing real nigga shit.
Right. Real nigga shit, though. That's what it is, though. But this shit's already hilarious to me. But definitely we got a show for y'all. This weekend was kind of slow with the boxing. So obviously if you're a young cat out there, you was able to have a life. Or if you're like old like me, I went out and had a couple of drinks and watched college basketball and shit, nigga. It was just that type of weather, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if you were inside, you was watching WrestleMania straight up,
What kind of Golden Girls shit you on, nigga? Like,
hey, nigga, I'm just explaining, when there's no boxing, niggas was probably doing different things. I just wanted to say that, But yeah, man, we definitely got some boxing coming up next weekend. But we got a lot of boxing for next weekend. And before I go into that, shout out to Jeremiah Milton for coming through on Friday. The interview's out there on YouTube. I got some clips. We got some clips on Instagram, So yeah, man, check that out. Especially he's also posting on his own YouTube as well. Man, definitely, man, that shit was he dropped some gems, some fuckery gems. Kind of brought some of us back with his gym stories, man. So definitely check that interview out along with the Johnny Rice interview as well, too, man.
Yeah, follow their YouTube pages. Follow Jeremiah Milton's YouTube. Search it up. He put out some dope content. You know, same thing with his IG, all that. Like, he got to remix the video, put some visuals to the story.
He did.
With story time last Friday, he really killed that shit. So I'm proud of him. He really showed that he an artist like he said he is. So much respect. Like, great interview. So y'all check those clips. Hilarious shit. Definitely the Fury White prediction. You got to check out that segment. Check out the whole fucking live. Man.
Yeah, especially it's right on our YouTube page, man. You know, I gotta plug in the YouTube, man. So yeah, you know, Ring Gang Radio YouTube channel, man. It's on there. You listen to that shit. You like it. You comment. You subscribe. You tell your friends. You know what I'm saying? Because we got
it's on the website as well. Like you go to ringgangradio.com. First fucking thing you see is a damn Jeremiah Milton live. So. You got different places, like, so don't act like you lost and shit. Find your way to Ring Gang.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because Ring Gang got the shit you want and need. You know what I'm saying? We got the dopest content out there, straight up. But back to the boxing, man. You know, it's good because we're gonna have a nice streak of boxing from like here, you know, from next weekend to Juneteenth weekend. You know, where we have Charles Lucky, which will definitely drop some bars on that much later, you know. But you know,
so they end this run with like the worst fight.
I think there's another card on that day too. I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, Better Beeve and Joe Smith is on that date too. I just remember.
Oh, so okay. Oh no, wait. Why the white people giving us a better fight that day though? Like,
nigga, you about to open up a can of worms, nigga.
No, I'm just saying, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why on Juneteenth? Like, maybe it's supposed to be that way. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Like, black people, we was free that day, so why should we fight that hard that day?
Oh, you know, that might be a conversation that we may need to have. You know,
that might be bars though, because we're like, I fucking have Better Beeve and Joe Smith fight.
Yeah, because remember we did kick some real shit. We did actually have a Juneteenth podcast where we talked about that shit before. You know, like we really talked about that shit. So if you're interested, man, you know, go back to the archives, search for it. It's Shutterworth was in rare form on that. We was dropping real knowledge, man. He was Sharif from Minister Society that day, nigga. You know,
I was the one from I was the nigga from Boys in the Hood. I was gonna keep the fucking football. Ass niggas, fuck that. There had to be some 6'4" nigga come up talking about that. I'll give it back. Fuck y'all tall niggas too. Like,
word, no. But yeah, man. And obviously, it's about time, yeah. Because quarter 2, 2022, man, it has nothing. You know, it has nothing to do but to be dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had a couple Fight of the Year candidates for the first quarter. You know, wouldn't call it, but we're ready to have some more. You know what I'm saying? And have some more in America as well.
We're gonna get some this week.
For sure. And then the first one that's gonna set it off for Saturday, you know, is the one that we're supposed to have back in December, but you know, because due to the Japan variant of COVID and shit like that,
Godzilla
COVID, you know, it got pushed back some, even though the fighters themselves were good. You know, of course, I'm talking about Gennadovich Golovkin, aka Triple G. I like to pronounce it the way the announcers be pronouncing it. They be all pronouncing that shit real accent like.
It's box. It's box.
It's
good
box.
Boy. It's box. You get fake. You get Epo fake.
Yeah, so I mean, Triple G off. I think it's probably his longest layoff, you know, and he'll be facing in a unification against now WBA middleweight champion, you know, the one who inherited Canelo's title. What was that, LB?
I was saying Toyota Corolla, but never mind.
Toyota Corolla, yeah. AKA Ryota Murata. And since this will be in Japan, so yeah, if you're in America, you know, the card starts at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. So
yes,
you know,
demon time.
If you're in the UK, it's 10 a.m. So y'all UK fans, y'all lucked out this time.
Nigga, definitely getting a replay.
That's the replay. But it feel better when it's 5 in the morning. You get to see that shit, like, and it's a fade. Like, I don't know, like, them Japanese cars early in the morning when their fades and see they be the announcers and the ring guys, they be like so hyped. They be like, oh, go. We be feeling that shit like, oh,
and after that they'll be like hype, and then hype. And we're not even being racist. That's how it goes. Like,
and that should be good though. I be hyped. It's like, dude, you don't even have to know their names. You don't know this motherfucker from a can of paint. But them announcers make and if they fighting hard, like, you gonna fuck with that fight, dude. Like, oh shit. Oh, right, you're so tall.
That's how it is, yo. It sound like a damn Street Fighter 2 soundbite in that shit, nigga. Like, it's the truth.
That was Fatal Fury.
That nigga said hot potatoes, steak, and shrimp.
Yo, but yeah, I mean, what other way to set off a weekend of boxing than seeing most likely a slugfest between Triple G and Murata? Now, I mean, obviously, you know, the biggest thing about this fight is, outside of the unification of two of the middleweight belts, is Triple G's age. I think everyone's like, I think the big question is, how much does Triple G have in his tank? You know, because he turns 40 the day before the fight. You know, so it's like,
so hold on, he gets to beat somebody ass for his birthday present.
Yes, sir.
That's not bad. That's not fucking bad at all.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, Triple G obviously has probably a top 3 chin in the sport. He's never been down. He's never been wobbled by.
No, Derevyanchenko kind of wobbled him.
I mean, I think I said to the head, bro. To the head. Did you hear me say I had to corrected myself?
I sounded like a hater, my bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Niggas up here like, what side you on, nigga? Ain't you a good looking?
But you know, I mean, he's never been down, amateur or pro, and he's had a lot of amateur fights, you know, and 40-something professional fights, and he's taken some shots from big punches. So it's still, you know, it's very noteworthy. But obviously, you know, people have been questioning how much he had left since he had that brutal fight with Derevyanchenko about, almost 2.5 years ago. You know, and you know, a lot of
2019, everybody had a brutal fight that year.
No, facts, absolute facts. You know, so it's everyone's like, you know, he's only fought once since then. So it's like, how much does a 40-year-old Triple G have in the bank against Murata? Now, Murata, yeah, he comes forward, he has punching power and stuff like that, but
slow.
He is slow. Now the Adam fights, I don't know why he got robbed in that first fight the way he did, even though he clearly won. But you know, there's probably some backdoor shenanigans, or the Yakuza was probably like, okay, you know, this guy's gonna lose tonight, or some shit like that. You know, Japan is
that robbery horrible.
Yeah, no, but the Rob Brandt fight is the thing that the first fight made me raise my eyebrows, because Brandt whooped his ass. It wasn't even like, you know, he scored the upset, but he literally beat the shit out of him for 12 rounds, like,
yeah,
one-sidedly. And although Murata got his win back, he says, I've never looked at him the same, because it's like, yo, it's like because Brandt is nothing special, like, as a fighter. Like, I mean, he's entertaining himself, but he's not anything like special. So
yeah, Brandt's decent. Like, he's a capable guy, but like, I didn't think I was gonna see him dismantle Murata like that, and for 12 rounds, like, literally land every punch in the book.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was like crazy the amount. Like, I mean, it was. I think it was almost a record, like how many punches he landed on that dude. Like, it was insane. Like, I could have, because it was. I came back from watching Andre win his belt live in Boston. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Am I reading? Like, he was like, and I had to see that shit because it was on ESPN Plus, and I was just like, God damn, yo, Murata's overrated as shit. It's like,
facts. Oh, hold on. Shout out Joshua O. I see he got them eyes up. I don't know you got to drop a question.
Salute.
Salute.
Yo, you wasn't there when we had Milton on, bro, or you were, and I kind of forgot. You know, so
I think he was on, wasn't he? He asked the movie question, ain't it?
Oh yeah, he did.
Or was that someone else?
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he's the one who had the movie question. Yeah, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
he had no trolling questions, man. Like,
what puts you better to sleep than Luis Ortiz box?
Yeah, he asked the smart Johnny Rice question.
But I fucks with that question because it's gonna spawn some real shit. I tell you that, like,
no, facts, and we'll definitely, you know, give you credit, you know, if it does spawn that shit for real. But yeah, Triple G Murata, man. So it's like, does Murata have enough in the tank to, to beat an aging Triple G, or is Triple G, does Triple G still have enough left in him to beat the likes of Murata? So
yes.
LB, obviously you're the only other Triple G fan in this whole group, man. What do you think?
Yes, and hell yes. Like I feel it. Like I think Triple G is like kind of itching to throw a fade. Like I get his feeling. Like he got that little smile. Like he's privy to something we don't know. Like, and I think he's just ready to just run through this dude. So I think he's gonna cut this man down in like anywhere between 4 to 6 rounds, like maybe 7 at the most. But I think he's just gonna come out, pump the jab, and then by maybe the second or third, he's gonna start landing some hard shots, and Murata's gonna start feeling it. And I don't think he's gonna be able to get off like that. Like I think he'll just get pummeled. They might have some good exchanges for a little bit, but you'll see like. It'll be like the Martin Murray fight, but more brutal and more fucking and quicker. It ain't gonna go no 10, 11 rounds and shit.
Word.
I'd be fucking surprised if it does. But yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. Golovkin by fucking obliteration, decimation, destruction, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. 6 rounds.
6 rounds, okay, yeah. That's
feel 4 though, but I feel 4, but I'd give him the 2 extra because he's rusty.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that, because Murata's Japanese, like I said, Japanese fighters are kind of they're hard to crack. Like I said, even in the fight where Brett was whooping on him, like Murata never went down from that shit, and Brett was really lacing some shots into him. So I mean, myself,
he ain't got no Golovkin power, like, and we seen what he did to that other Japanese fighter, Ashida.
Oh yeah, he leveled him with 1 shot. Yeah, you're right. So I mean, for me, I'm thinking. I mean, I'm in a similar vein as you, but I think it will probably go like maybe to the 8th round or something like that. I mean, but I think Triple G might probably shut his eyes a little bit, and get to the point where he's bleeding from his nose or his mouth, and the corner's gonna have to wave that shit off at the at the end of the 8th round or some shit like that. So that's my own prediction. P, what about you?
I would pick Golovkin 8th round stoppage.
Okay.
He might be a little rusty, but I just think he'll get him out of there. I think he'll get him out of there later on. So might be later than 8th, but he'll get him out of there. But I'm picking 8th.
That's what it is. Pilot, what about you?
I'm with Pat and P. I think Triple G will stop him in 8. People talk about the age difference, but Murata himself is 36, and Triple G actually will be 40 the night before the fight. So I take this as a birthday present, and he'll on his 40th birthday end up just getting a stoppage when a lot of people think he's washed or whatever. He'll kind of show that he's still probably the premier middleweight we have.
No doubt. Ron, who do you think is gonna win, bro? What about you?
I got Triple G in a split decision, dog. I think
I like that.
Yo, that's a fuckery prediction if I ever heard one.
I'm dead ass. I feel like it's been a long layoff, Buddy, and it's been too long for him to put Buddy down. So I feel like it's gonna go to distance, and with it being overseas, a judge might favor Murata.
Yeah, it's going to distance in Japan too. It's in Japan.
Right. So it's not fuckery. It's real shit. Like, I don't think Golovkin gonna put him away because Murata let his hands go too, so he's not gonna be able to just straight up destroy the man off rip. So
right.
if he's rusty and Murata's picking him apart, and it takes Triple G a little bit to settle in, he might not make it. He might not stop him within 8 or 9 or 10. It might go to distance, and with it going to distance, a judge might take it to Murata.
And you know what? I can respect that too. I can because like I said, it is in Japan, and
you really learned some boxing today, nigga. Like, for that explanation, shit. Like, you got me like, man. You know what? Maybe the 10th round stopped you.
Honestly, if it goes to distance, Murata's never been stopped before, never been dropped. So if it goes to distance, it goes to distance. But if it's like a split, I already know people are gonna say, "Oh, Triple G, he's fading."
Yeah, I don't even want to hear that shit. I think I'll just turn off Twitter. Like,
If Triple G goes to a split anything with this dude, a draw or decision, win or lose, they're gonna rip Triple G apart on social media if that happens.
You'll never hear the end of it. Like, I just want to know, like, do you think on the bonus level, like, do you think he has to jump on the other side of the car when he's done knocking the bumper off and the tires, or he can just keep punching through it?
I mean, like I said, Triple G, Triple G obviously has his punching power is still there. Like, dude still hits hard as shit, and he can still bust somebody up like real quick. So I mean, it's possible. Yeah, Triple G should just probably really gun for the knockout, or really, because like I said, Japan. Because Murata is a big star, like he's a gold medalist and all that shit in Japan, and they would, obviously, they would love to if it's a close fight somehow, they would love to find a way to give it to him.
Yeah, because at this point, like, they up against it. Like, I mean, he has a big wall to climb in Golovkin, and even with Inoue, like, the rematch in Daenerys ain't no fucking walk in the park. So
hell no.
If Japan want this, like Inoue and Murata, like, their best two chances to stay up on the world level right now. And neither one is like no easy fight.
Right, but at least Inoue is at least a top 5 fighter in the world.
Yeah,
Murata may not even be the top. I mean, he's like maybe a top 3 by default. But when you have when you have someone like Brandt that can actually beat him, you can see that he might be similar to other losses from other middleweights in there. Outside.
Yeah, I mean he a top 5 middleweight, but that's not saying much.
Right. And then pretty much, like I said, honestly, a clear Triple G win puts a lot of respect on his name, as well as he unifies 2 belts. That would, get him a lot of that would get him some big fights if he should beat Triple G cleanly in this fight. So, but let's say that it's like LB said, man, like the Japanese cards in the morning, man, when the fights, because there's gonna be 2 undercard fights before the Triple G fight. And both those fights will probably be brawls as well. Like I already know what time it is. So if
oh yes, so we gonna get some more. Yeah. All right, cool. Fuck it. Before Friday, like to start off. No, a Saturday, right?
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, like early in the morning.
Oh, so that's like back in the day, like in the 90s, when I think I had like X-Men cartoons and shit, and like.
Wait, so
Spider-Man.
the main event
early.
started
It's
at
like-
5 a.m.? Or
It's like 5 a.m. type shit, bro.
No, the card starts at 5. The main event probably doesn't start until if
like
it's
8.
8 at least.
I'll probably catch that shit then.
8
Yeah.
Eastern?
Yeah, this is Eastern time, bro. Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern. It started. The card starts. Yeah, there's definitely 2 televised fights before that. So, I mean, like I said,
Yeah, you gotta warm you up. Like you can't just see Sagan and Ryu fight off rip. You got the Cammy and E Honda and the other niggas fight.
right?
Long and DJ or some shit.
Yeah, like it takes us back to when me and LB were up to go watch the first Monster and Donaire fight, because it was like a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday morning, and there was a couple fights before that. Monster's brother was on that shit, and let's say it was a good fight. There was definitely a good fight before the main event, and the main event was like spectacular.
Yeah, and then the music, like the intros, and like niggas just playing rap music, the presentation, and the epic ass sounding fucking orchestra music.
Yeah, and then the boss level punching that you saw, like really high level punching, like You
oh man. Yeah, we could go on about it all day, about it. Like that shit just too great a moment. Like,
yeah.
So I hope we get a fraction of that at least Saturday morning to start off the day.
Yeah.
So I mean, nothing else to be said on Golovkin and Murata. Like y'all good.
Yep. Yeah. No. Everyone picked Golovkin by knockout except Rome, but Rome gave a logical answer, and we all we all respect it.
If that motherfucker is right on that shit, I'ma just be. That's a fade almost. Like it's gonna be like that time he picked the cruiserweight fight shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, that shit might be good. 2 minutes later, Pat with the text, "Hey man, these niggas laying each other up, bro. What you doing?" Like shit. Let me watch this. Let me watch this fucking Bridgerweight shit.
Yeah, Bridgerweight shit, and the niggas tore each other up in the ring. Yeah. So,
and then ESPN with the fumble in the last round.
Yeah, and ESPN still hasn't had that shit up there. Like, it's still not up there yet. Like, what the fuck?
They say, you know what? We're not even gonna show you the end of Infinity War, and we're not gonna show you the post-credit scene. How about that?
I got grabbed with ESPN about that. They dropped the ball, but let me not digress though, because I'll go off on a rant about that. Because I was kind of heated when that shit happened. But yeah, well, all of us agreement, Golovkin will win, and he should get the 2 belts and move on to face Canelo later on in the year in the third fight of the trilogy for Canelo's 168 belts. That will be. And of course, there are people that are probably hoping that's not the case, because if Triple G does lose, then Canelo will go focus on Beterbiev and Smith winner. Reportedly. So
it'd be funny if everybody in the main event loses. Like Golovkin loses, Canelo loses to Bivol, and Beterbiev.
Yeah, but I think if Canelo loses to Bivol, it's just the light heavyweight title. He doesn't lose his belt.
Yeah, it'd just be like boxing got enough fuckery this year where I could see one of those 3 are losing.
Right. No, I can dig that too, man. And then I can also dig